Welcome to Stella Mary's Cuisine. Today I want to teach you how to cook this delicious budget-friendly jollof rice that you're seeing. Yes, super delicious and very budget-friendly. So let's get started. So here I'm washing the tomatoes I got from the market properly with salt and white vinegar. Yes, to remove all the dirty from these tomatoes. Okay, then I remove their stems. Those things you are seeing, I remove them all. Okay, then I added onion to them, these two onions to them. So you can notice that this my food is not a spicy food. Okay, so here after grinding it, I don't pour it into the pot and allow it to cook. Our aim here is to boil this tomato, okay, so that we don't have eliminate all the water from it. This is how it is. You see the way it is. Okay, we eliminate all the water from it like this, and this is a portion of it. So from there I got this small portion for this jollof rice recipe I want to cook. Into my pot I add my goat meat, my thyme, seasoning cubes, salt, pepper, and I cook this meat to become very soft. Okay, so this is the meat stock and the meat. So in my pot that I want to cook this food, and I add my oil, little oil, not much oil. This oil is what we're going to use in cooking this rice. So I fry that meat. I don't put much meat because I do not like much meat. Okay, these are just the ones for the kids. So I start frying this meat. Fry it here. We don't really want to make it to become so dry, no, just to make it to become dry, as in just to fry it, not too dry like that, and then we'll remove it from the pot. Okay, so the next thing that goes into this same oil, remember this is the budget of the oil that we are going to use for this jollof rice recipe. So we now put the salt inside. Okay, after we put the salt inside, we allow it to get heated, then we put the onion and we stir it. We allow it to fry. Remember, this taste of this oil is no longer ordinary oil, okay, because we've already fried our beef meat inside, so we have to have this kind of taste that we like from goat meat. So we now put the tomato paste, okay, tomato and the tatashi, and then here we now start allow it to fry. Okay, while it's frying, we now start. This is our spinach we want to use for this recipe. We pick it up like this and then we cut it. Welcome if you're my new followers. I really appreciate you. Welcome to my channel. Okay, but if you're my old subscribers or subscriber that is watching my video, I really appreciate. I say thank you for always watching my recipes. Okay, so here we now cut this spinach like this. Okay, and we set it aside. So inside we now have to check our tomato. Our aim here is to make this tomato eliminate the sour taste. Okay, so here we fry it until the oil starts separating from tomato, that or the taste. You taste it and see if it's no longer sour. That is how we know that it is now ready. So we now put in our seasoning cubes. Okay, and then we now allow it again, because here I noticed that we allow it after you put the seasoning cube, you still need to allow it again to be cooking because it's not yet ready. So into this place now, we now wash this spinach. I know that I've already cut it before washing it, but this is the method I'm using washing it. Okay, you put water that will cover the top, and then you see the sand floating, sinking under. Okay, so wash it properly like 3 times until you see the water to be clear. So now here, I think this tea is already ready. So because I want to just prepare the, I don't want that meat to look like that. Okay, so you just have to put in those fried meat on it. Okay, and then just make it to become, the peppering. Okay, so this is called the pepper, but we just use this portion in this place now is tomato that we use. Okay, so here now we now pour our rice, our parboiled rice, not the raw rice, so parboiled rice. Okay, so we turn it. Once you're done, you now put the meat stock inside. Okay, and the additional water that that will be enough for cooking this jollof rice. Okay, then you now cover. Okay, so this is how this point now, as you now pour the meat stock, you now pour the other water, so we now allow this thing to cook. And this point, after we pour this meat stock, we now put in the crayfish. Okay, and we start cooking. So we cover it, set aside. In this empty pot, we now put the spinach in a pot, put seasoning cubes, put pepper, a little bit of a pepper, and onions. Okay, so with this tomato again, the ones that we already steam. Okay, we first small, just sweet too, and then sprinkle it and then cover it and set it aside. No water, please. no water. So here we are trying to parboil our this thing. Here we're checking on our rice, so I noticed that we needed more water, so I added water again. I'm trying to move it so that the water will penetrate down. Remember, we put crayfish and we don't want this jollof rice to get burnt. This recipe is a very delicious recipe. You don't really need to break up, and it's not, does not have too much of spices on it, okay? Natural. If you notice, my recipes, they're budget friendly, and then these foods, they taste natural the way they are. Not too much spices, okay? I'm not saying that spices are not okay, but that's the way I cook. My own unique way of cooking, okay? So here now, the jollof rice is now ready. Okay, so I sprinkle onions, the last onions, I slice onions and then I pour them, so you can see how it is, okay? Trying to turn it. If you have your vegetables, probably your vegetable, your carrots, you boil this, but now this is what I want to make. See this food, isn't it delicious? So delicious and yummy. Thank you. Bye bye.